Hello and welcome to the Nerds Watch. This is our second episode filming. We are going to be on episode 2 of our look back throughout Star Wars. Today we are on the dawn of the Empire. I'm Coddy.
I'm Bricknell.
I'm Nico.
That's Liam.
Okay, so where do we want to start? Are we going to just start straight at the beginning?
This is podcasting. You didn't find it.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
And this is podcasting.
There's too much to remember.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it again?
Nah. Let's go.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
We'll just go. Okay.
So, Bad Batch. What did you think? Was
Brilliant.
it good?
It was absolutely brilliant.
That was the first thing for me going into animated series, because I was always like,
Oh yeah, you were like
animated.
Animated.
No hentai.
Anime racist.
Animated racist. That's literally what I was trying to think of.
But yeah, no, and then I went into it and was like, holy shit, it's actually, it's really good. It's not just for kids. I automatically just think it must be for kids, but no.
I did struggle,
for kids.
like, I'd say like 2 to 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wow. I just like dissociated it was animated.
Yeah.
And just watched it.
It's just so cool. Like, anytime you see loads of little Easter eggs and like loads of references, and just when you have more knowledge, when you just get filled with more Star Wars knowledge, you're like, yes, it's good.
So nice when it all ties together. I was telling Bricknell I've been playing Star Wars Fallen Order again.
Have you? Oh, wow.
And like, now I'm a bit more into Star Wars than I was when I first tried to play it.
Yeah.
And they like say things. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that. Oh, shit, guess where the Wookiees live? So I actually enjoy it more now, and I find in like watching Rebels and Bad Batch when there's like callbacks to other things. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I know these things now.
I know this. I know place. Yeah, no, yeah. It is good. It is interesting to watch something that's like, when you first start watching, you're like, oh, this feels weird, and then as soon as 3 or 4 episodes in, you're like hooked, like, oh, this is Star Wars. Yeah, that's good.
I think what I loved about Bad Batch is seeing something from the clones' perspectives as well. Because I think before we got episode, not even before we got episode 3, but like after we first got Order 66, and then we didn't really have anything for a while after that. We ended up getting the Clone Wars a few years later.
Yeah.
But for a while, there were a lot of questions about the clones. I was like, how did that happen? Or, were they compliant in that? Was that against their will?
Yeah.
How did they switch? Like, how could they just do that?
Yeah.
And everything got explained. In Clone Wars, Bad Batch, some more as well.
Yeah.
And it's just cool seeing their phase out as well.
Yeah. Because that's something that never really. I mean, you know that stormtroopers aren't clones, but it's never really dives into detail of like, why did they just phase them out if they're so good? Yeah, they had fast, they grew fast, growing, aging, accelerated aging. But you never really you think, well, yeah, they do, but they're not.
You
really
think the
that
Empire
old.
would just be able to keep producing them?
Yeah.
But it turns out maybe the clones had a bit more empathy than the Empire would have liked. Yeah, because they're having a lot of defectors, weren't they? And stuff like that. So,
although I do think it's weird though that they try phase them out so quickly, because they're still really good soldiers and they still follow orders mostly, but
that's just the Empire being war criminals. And
and
they're like, I don't agree with this.
But how can the clones
just kill civilians?
How can the clones who have got this part in their brain that they've been made to be able to follow orders a bit better, and then even with the chip even more so, but then just randomers off any planets seem to be better? Like, how is that? How just
but they definitely weren't. What's in that? Can't even hit a target.
Yeah. So unless because clones were being controlled through a normal rank structure, and the reason the stormtroopers are being stormtroopers was because it's more for fear, because they fear that if they don't do that, they'll be killed on their home planet.
I think
especially with Vader about he literally in comics and stuff, he's just killing his own men left, right, and center. He didn't give a fuck. Yeah,
so that's probably more why maybe a clone wouldn't be as afraid, as scared. So then they need fear to rule rather than just blind allegiance.
They did touch on that a little bit. I remember, I think it was in season 1, maybe, because I've seen it recently. They did touch on that. I think it is to do with putting the fear in the soldiers.
Yeah.
and in their families and the people just of the galaxy.
I suppose clones didn't have families, did they? So
they
didn't really have much to hold over them.
And they would just like if they didn't want to follow on, or they'd just not do it because they didn't really care about dying, I suppose, because maybe that side of them was like, I don't know, but that where these clones coming from random planets, they're going to be like, oh, we must do what they say, otherwise they're going to kill me or my family, blah blah. So obviously it's to do with more fear.
Or maybe there was even a part of like Imperial soldiers being like, if I'm part of the Empire, I'll be treated better. Better life for my family as well if they're Imperial citizens. So, lots of reasons to join the Empire, really.
And I suppose if you're joining the Empire, you already know what you're getting into. You're starting a soldier to be that. But for the clones, they were fighting for who they thought were the good guys, and then they were still fighting for the same people, technically, in their heads, because it never really changed. And then suddenly they were like, we're the good guys, and now we're the bad guys. Where if you just choose to be the bad guys, then you are the bad guys.
But another thing the Bad Batch done well was like, I think that the line between good guys and bad guys were blurred, because like there was a couple episodes where you get to see, now that the war is over between the Republic and the Separatists, you got to see some of the surviving Separatists, didn't you? Like, what was that episode where they brought Cody back? And the Separatist settlement, and they're just doing their thing. They're all peaceful and whatever. And then the new Empire, like the Old Republic, not the Old Republic, but like, you know what I mean? They're coming in and literally just trying to take over a dictatorship, which of course it is now.
Because then they kind of explain how they knew this was going to happen, didn't they? They knew this was happening, and that's why they rose up.
And so were the Separatists actually bad in the first place?
So no, really, then they were the good guys. I mean, from our point of view, they were evil. But at the time, they were actually the good guys because they knew what was happening. They knew that they were eventually going to turn into
it's like, that's what I mean. Like you didn't know who's the good guys and the bad guys. Really, it's just everyone. There was good and bad on both sides. I mean, Tarkin was always in the Republic, but he's not a good guy.
No.
You know.
What's that phrase? The good guy to the bad guy is always the good guy, something like that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Something like that. Something weird like that. But to them, they're going to be. They were the good guys, and it really makes sense. You're like, actually, we were the bad guys. Not we, but the people who we rooted for at the beginning. But everyone was just blinded by the Emperor.
He's a sneaky man.
Instead of a snack. What
do we think of the how they ended on Bad Batch? I hear we're getting one more season. Just one more.
I mean, I think it's good that they killed off. Whenever they kill someone off in a TV series, I think it's good because otherwise
it changes it. Doesn't it?
I hate when people have like plot armor or not.
It gets a bit ridiculous to a point, doesn't it? When they're just walking through like hails of bullets and stuff like that, and you think how? But I think, I think you just knew that the series weren't, not necessarily season 2, but they couldn't make it throughout the whole series without at least losing one
of them.
And I think it probably was always going to be Echo, just because I feel like in the group he's that's because I'm literally looking at a picture of Echo.
We kind of lost Echo as well along the way because he joined Rex and left Bad Batch. So there was that as well, his departure.
But like when you look at what Tech sort of brung to the group, there was probably between them all they could probably do that same thing. Where if you lost Wrecker, that's the muscle is gone.
You've lost your muscle man.
You can't. Basically all of them had bring their own group. And I feel like I don't know.
Echo and Tech served similar purposes.
But I feel like
they were both techie, computer people.
But I feel like Omega is now sort of like she was sort of followed Tech so much that maybe she's going to become that sort of.
He was like a teacher, weren't he? So she's probably learnt more from him than anyone else, really.
I think that would probably be that she'll take that role now, which is quite cool. But
it was because I knew that he died before watching the series because obviously I watched it late. But it was weird seeing how much they sort of they didn't set him up, but they gave you so much of him, like in his story.
Yeah, they always do that when they're about to kill someone.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh fuck's sake, you're giving
making me care.
I really like him now. Yeah, I really like him, and you're gonna take him away from me.
Yeah,
like, I really like that they touched on like how like his personality of him being, he's like shy and
bit autistic, wasn't he?
Yeah,
a
cut
little
off
bit
from other people. He didn't really learn to show emotions, and then he
was an iPad
love
kid.
Interest at the end, and I was like, I can't believe you're gonna do this.
Yeah,
take him away.
Oh no, yeah, even the love interest. You think, oh, he's finally coming out of his shell a little bit, and goddamn, they just keep stabbing me in the heart.
But yeah, that's a really nice touch to show him they have.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like some people thinking that he's not dead?
I think he should be dead.
I agree.
I don't like it.
No.
It like what is? Just leave him dead.
We don't have to like it, but he should be dead.
Yeah.
Because like I think with things like this, I get so tired of like you go through all these emotions of losing a character that you really like, and then a couple episodes later they just bring him back.
Yeah.
And it's like, and so I felt all this for nothing.
Yeah. You know? So what's the point, sort of thing?
Yeah, keep dead characters dead. Stop bringing them back, except Mace Windu.
We don't know he's dead.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, but
Tech is dead. He got
Tech is dead. Yeah, like if he didn't die from the fall, the train falling on him would have done it.
Yeah. I mean, if he was a Jedi, then maybe I'd be like, it's possible, but he can't just be like a clone that just can somehow survive that fall.
You know they're gonna be like, oh, he was force sensitive all this time.
No, I think the only way he'd do it is if like somehow he used like a grappling hook on the way down or something. I don't know.
Keep him dead. I like him, but keep him dead.
Yeah, I think I think he'll stay dead. I wouldn't have thought they'd bring him back.
Yeah,
especially not just for one more season.
Yeah, I think his loss means more than his survival.
Yeah, if there was like 4 more seasons left, I'd be like, they'll probably bring him back. But no, probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. So Bad Batch, really good series. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
What do you rate out of 10?
I don't know.
That's hard when there's so many like episodes, like to think about an overall, because there was definitely episodes where you're like, a bit of filler.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when the first season came out, I watched it, and I literally, when I was like speaking to people about it, I would say, like, watch it anyway, but it's 90% filler. Yeah. Like there was literally about four good episodes in the first season. So season 2 definitely brought it up a notch, and that was like way more enjoyable. So I'll probably give Bad Batch like the overall story was really good. So, I'm gonna say like 7.
Yeah, I'll go for like 7 or like 7.5.
Yeah,
because there's definitely episodes where I was like, I could just not watch that.
Yeah, there's definitely some really boring episodes, like all the Sid episodes basically, where they're just going off doing a mission for Sid, and then like that's
just
it.
Side questing all day long. You're like,
these side quests, man.
Yeah. So they're like setting up to bring a game out, a Bad Batch game, just because you're like, like it's weird. But whenever you see like a movie or program, mostly programs, especially like ones that are like half an hour long episodes, you in that genre of thing, you do sort of get that whole quest thing, and it is always like a bit. You're like, oh, could you not think of something different?
Yeah, I get that with Rebels. Watching that at the minute, there's some bits now I'm just like, that added nothing.
Yeah.
What is the point?
Yeah. I think they get like a 10 episode. They say, oh, you got 10 episodes, and then they just think, oh, we ain't really got anything for that episode, so they just fill it with filler. With polyfiller.
Polyfiller.
Yeah. I mean, then. So, I mean, do you want to? What do you rate it? Did you say what you rated it?
8.
8. Fair.
Strong 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're moving on to Kenobi then.
Yeah.
Kenobi.
I mean, I think
this was
weird.
This was unfortunately 80% filler.
Yeah, and really
for how many episodes was there? 6.
6. Yeah.
For a 6-episode series where they brought back
the best character,
the best character, like awesome actors. They got so much, and then they've I still enjoyed it, but my God, could it have been so much better? Yes, it could have.
Yeah, I mean,
we say like if all you had to do is watch the first episode and the last episode.
Yeah, I think we did say that.
Yeah,
I stand by that.
Yeah. I think it was like the first, third, and last or something like that, wasn't it? And that was like would have made sense. But like, it's just there was. I don't think there's any Star Wars I've been more buzzing for than Kenobi. That was like I was so buzzed. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. and then it's like, oh,
Kenobi's got to be like all our favourite Jedi.
Yeah,
and like, and we all love Ewan McGregor as well.
Yeah.
And that we knew that they were bringing Hayden back as well.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting at least a whole episode where it was a flashback to the Clone Wars, and we literally got one scene of them fighting in a gazebo, and I was like, is that it?
Yeah, that
was basically
that was just a look,
But like,
you know, it's when I watched that with the same way I watched when I went and watched the Force Awakens and Last Jedi, and I come out the cinema and I was like, I loved it. but in your head, like, no, you did it.
You love it.
I did because it's Star Wars. But like, I mean, it was really cool to see like Kenobi back, and there was like the fight was amazing. Like that last fight, like
I can't disagree with that.
That was awesome. So good.
Shame they had to cut it up with the Raver chasing Luke stuff. Like,
yeah.
I would like Raver should have died there.
Yeah,
when Vader stabbed her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Yeah.
It's coming.
To be continued.
Yeah, mate, she should have stayed dead. Like, her coming back done nothing.
No.
It literally added
did she die?
nothing. No, she didn't even die. Like that's another loose end. Like you know what's going to happen. They've kept her alive. They've kept her story like open because they think, oh, maybe we can do something with her later.
Yeah.
And they're not going to do anything.
No.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah, it's annoying. And I didn't particularly not like that character.
No.
I thought it was a really cool character. I just thought
I just wish I didn't put so much on her. Like she was fine. Like I thought the way that they done the other Inquisitors was really good. Like the fifth brother and whatever. Yeah. Like he was cool. And like, why couldn't they have Raver be like more of a background character like that?
Not Reva.
Yeah,
I know. But yeah, like even if she was more prominent of an Inquisitor, yeah, fine. But like she just got so much screen time. Like it wasn't needed, or they should have. Even if they had just killed her off where Vader stabbed her, like, and that was it, I would have been fine with that. I would have been like, fair enough.
I mean, how old is Luke and Leia in Kenobi? Like
probably like 10.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, I'd say maybe like 8. You think, and like, how did like Kenobi go from like in 8 years lose all that power? Absolutely, just lost everything.
Yeah. Like, did they say he literally cut himself off from the Force, like Luke done in Last Jedi?
Ended his subscription. Yeah.
But unsubscribe from the Jedi package.
But that, I mean, there's probably more than 2 points, but off the top of my head, 2 absolutely ridiculous scenes. The chase for Leia.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Flee from the red hot chili peppers.
You're like, oh my god! I was literally watching that like, this can't be real. This can't be real. And then the Leia hiding under the trench coat. Even when they filmed that, have you seen the behind the scenes of that? They're even laughing about it at the time, going like,
I saw a clip today of the Leia actress. And she's literally like they're interviewing her, and she says something like, or basically she just points out how ridiculous it looks. She's like, you know, like the fact that there's just this massive lump under his coat and no one points it out, and like they're just strolling through.
She says with 4 legs.
And it looks completely ridiculous. The fact that a child has more sense than the writers.
But you can't imagine, right? They're on this massive open set. That would have been a huge set. That bit wouldn't it? It would have been all them because they had loads of that background actors and that walking past, massive camera crew, and like the writers would have been there, the director would have been there, loads of people would have been there. You're not saying one person to go, this looks fucking stupid.
I guarantee everybody thought that, but no one wanted to say it.
Even the writers probably were like, actually, this looks pretty shit. But I can't go back on it now.
That looks pretty. Yeah, but I don't want to work the weekend to rewrite that. You know?
But I suppose if they've set that up. I mean, even if you're not, even if you set that up right, even before you set that up, because that would have been written down by someone. Then they would have gone to a storyboard. Then they'd have sat down in a big conference room, had the storyboard laid out, and gone through scene by scene, and then they'd have done a read through, wouldn't they? And at some point, before they bought all that massive set, because I understand, right, once they got all that set, and they start doing that walkthrough, they can't go back because how else they getting Leia out of there?
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe they writing it was like then he
They could have snuck her out another way.
yeah, they definitely
There was loads of crates about,
Yeah.
put her in
Yeah.
a box and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah,
wheelbarrow
like
out.
they do to Ed Sheeran when they really want a concert. Just like, there's so many things that they could have done, but like that literally just boggles my mind to think that there was all these these people who are probably being paid like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Experts in their field.
Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this looks so good." You're like, "What are you, huh?" Like, what the hell?
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but somehow, and then even after all that, someone in the editing room was like, editing it, like, is someone punking me? Am I being punked right now?
Yeah.
Like,
What just happened? I just got punked.
Yeah.
what the hell? But yeah, still got through.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But despite there was a lot of things wrong with Kenobi, but one thing that they didn't fail on, I think, was the portrayal of Vader.
yeah.
And you can't go wrong with that. Just
Yeah.
make him badass and just
Everyone.
killing people left,
Yeah.
right, and center. He snapped the kid's neck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, I didn't think Disney would do that.
Yeah.
I saw that happen. I was like, my God. It was just
Disney.
yeah, well, man,
Yeah.
like, fucking. Oh,
Yeah,
So,
that was
emo
that
stage.
bit where he walks up that apparently it was I think I saw something where the actors and that didn't realise Vader was coming on set that day or something.
Oh, okay.
And then when he walked up, that's like all their real reactions of him walking up that street and like just
Yeah.
chucking people and so cool.
Fuck the bit where he pulls Kenobi through the fire. That
Oh
was
mate, it just drags him across it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That was
Oh, that must have felt so good for him to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
Vader, his
That's
revenge.
such a good parallel. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's like, how do you go from that to the fucking Leia scene?
Yeah, that's
How do they write those two different things?
that is
Yeah.
So
nice.
shit and so good. Sometimes.
I know.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Like the same guy must have wrote like the Leia scene and the chase scene and the escape scene.
Yeah. That I'm guessing did they have different writers for each episode or? Oh no, who even read it? Do you know?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know if Deborah Chow wrote it all or if she directed it all.
I think she was the director throughout,
Director,
if I
was she?
remember
Yeah.
correctly. Yeah, because she directed a few episodes on The Mandalorian, and I think I think they were good.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, they should be alright then. It was
She's a
okay.
Good director.
Yeah.
Well, I think it could, like people are like saying they don't want a season 2 and stuff, but like I think it's still got the potential of being good. Like there's still so many things they could do with it.
The only reason I want a season 2 is so as to redeem season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can get my fill of
Yeah, I mean, to
Kenobi
be
that
fair-
I wanted from season 1.
How many TV series have you watched in your life where the first season was dog shit and the second season was amazing? Like Game of
Yeah.
Thrones, the first season was like until you get to see Eddard Stark.
To be fair, I had to rewatch that. Like, I think the first couple episodes, I must have had to rewatch them about 5 times before it actually stuck with me and I got into it.
Normally that is the case with most things, but I think it's always hard when you hype something up so much for it to get to be good.
Yeah.
But I think they could do another season because I'd love to see more of Qui-Gon being involved as a Force Ghost teaching.
Liam Neeson said he ain't going to do it though.
No, did he?
Yeah, and I think that's the only way a season 2 could succeed is with Liam Neeson's.
But did he say he's not doing it just the same way as? I was to say Conor McGregor then. Well, you do nothing. Just letting Darth Vader's like, who the fuck is that guy?
Raver run at him. He just
Fucking hell. If you don't edit a meme of Conor McGregor, Wimbledon Darth Vader, I'm going to be annoyed.
I will try.
you will do it. There is no try. Oh, fucking hell.
You'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you will do nothing.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Before he said Conor McGregor. Ewan McGregor was saying how he didn't want to do. He didn't want to do it, but he was like when they were talking about it, he was like, yeah, I'll do it, but I haven't been asked. Is he just saying that so to hide it, or is he like?
Well, he could be, but like what I've seen him say in interviews is he would never go back to Star Wars unless like he was the star of.
Really?
No, unless it was a movie. He said
He don't like
And-
TV, does he?
No, he's not a fan. And also, he said that he liked doing Star Wars before because at the time there wasn't a lot of it. You literally had the 3 movies from the original 3.
That was it.
And then that was it. And then
holiday
this new
specials.
one. Yeah, and so there was like hardly anything. He says it's so diluted now. It's not. He says Star Wars has lost its magic, and he didn't want to go back to it. And I mean, I totally see where he's coming from.
Yeah, I see what he means. That must be like to go, and I suppose so many people get so much hate from it. He's probably thinking, I don't want to fucking do that.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He had a bit of hate a little while ago.
He said he was a bit racist in an interview, weren't he? So, but I'm not. To be fair, I'm just surprised that Disney employed him back because normally, like, they're quite.
I mean, that's sort of
strike and you're gone.
Yeah.
Cara Dune.
The MMA fighter.
Yeah,
and she said there's only one gender, weren't they? And then she got cancelled.
Sorry.
Only one gender. What? No,
what is it? What am I?
She said there's only 2 genders, and then I think something like that. I don't really know, but something had to do with gender stuff. And then that she got cancelled. But yeah,
that does annoy me when politics get mixed in with my Star Wars, because Cara Dune was so cool. But we're not talking about Mando. We're talking about Kenobi.
Yeah, but
before I get too far into that,
I would love to see a season 2 just because I just love seeing Ewan as Kenobi.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a hard one for me. Like, because I want a season 2. Like I said, but it'd have to be really good.
Yeah.
But like, I think if I heard that they were doing a season 2, I'd be kind of like, I don't know, because I didn't even think we needed a Kenobi series. Oh, actually, no, I thought a Kenobi series would be good because there was this time period they chose.
Yeah.
But they didn't do what I thought was going to be good about it.
Yeah.
So like, and now they've gone a completely different direction. They've got to pull it back from that and make it cool again, because like now they've set that story. Like now I don't know where they're going to go with it. So I'm like, just leave it there. I mean, you've already fucked it.
It would be cool just to do a series in that time frame where you've got the syndicates and like you've got Darth Maul out there like doing. Because he wouldn't he'd still be alive at that point because it's not until Kenobi's older that he kills him, isn't it? Yeah. So he'd be out there doing, I'm guessing, with all the syndicates with Emilia Clarke's character doing. I'm guessing that's all about the same time.
I really want to see more of that.
Yeah. That if they'd done more of that and they had just Kenobi in it for like just these big characters in it for little bits, just to because I suppose it is dangerous sort of concentrating a massive series on one character because there's only so much you can do with one character, so maybe it would be good just to, like we've said this before, like just do a series called Star Wars and you just go everywhere doing everything.
Yeah, just bringing a whole new cast, new characters, some smugglers and stuff. Get just Game of Thrones Star Wars.
Yeah,
basically
would be sick. That would be sick. But yeah, I mean, there's I suppose not really much more to go on that really, is there?
We already said how sick we thought like the end fight was. But we didn't really talk much about it.
No.
Yeah, I suppose that's good. We could go into that.
That was another thing, like with Vader and Kenobi fighting again as well. Because I thought, how does that fit in? Because that didn't really make sense. I mean, I feel like they crowbarred that in there, but they had to for the. If they didn't do that,
that would have proper tanked.
Yeah, 100%. That was one of the highlights of it.
You can see, but then. Although as a highlight, you can also see there's a massive like plot flaw where he's just like doesn't just finish him again.
Yeah, because he should have killed him right there and then. And
he probably should have. They should have either had like there was no point in having it. So he gets to a point where he beats him, and then he just doesn't kill him through like pity because he's already done that once. He's already made that mistake once. He wouldn't make that mistake again.
To be fair, I think chopping off a man's arms and legs and chucking him in a pit of lava was pretty definitive. Yeah. But like. Yeah. So he thought he killed him.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He doesn't.
He thought he set on fire.
Yeah.
He thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But the second time round, he left him for pity, which
I like it.
I don't know.
I like it.
It's the Jedi. It's the Jedi way, isn't it?
Well, it is.
I suppose so.
For me, it shows you their like brotherhood together. And like,
I know, but if you killed a load of kids, I'd still kill you. So yeah, but he killed loads of kids, but he is my mate.
What if he had a really cool mask?
Right. Okay.
Maybe just some.
But I just chopped his legs and put them in the fire.
Yeah, fair.
No, but
yeah, it just for me, it just shows you how he still cares. He still cares about him.
yeah,
But it is like, fuck. I can't believe
What
this
do I do?
happened.
but I feel like they could have done it. Like they could have at least had someone just come down and rescue him. That's why Kenobi. That just make
I thought
way
it was
more
going to be a
sense.
situation where they don't get to finish their fight, and for plot reasons, they've been pulled away, or Kenobi has to or maybe Kenobi's on the back foot and he's got to leg it because Vader's beat him, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do that because obviously
But they literally
episode
had
4, they say when we last met, I was the apprentice and
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
the master, so
Yeah.
Vader couldn't have beat it.
true, but
Have
but
one line.
they literally
even
had a
that
point
one
where
line don't make sense.
Vader just could have, where Kenobi had Vader by the throat, he could have killed him. Like, it weren't, that was so definitive, and they made it a conscious choice that he just thought, no.
They could have even done like a what Lord of the Rings do when they ever just finish a thing. They just fucking loads of things just come in. Like that's how they finish a movie. They could have just done that when Kenobi's about to finish it. Just loads of stormtroopers come down to start blasting, and he's just deflecting them off, and he has to go and leave Vader for death. That anything like that where they just had where he had to leave.
Yeah, not made a decision.
He just gets a phone call. Dinner's ready. I gotta go.
I
But-
think they should have definitely done something like that.
Yeah, makes more sense to me. I feel like he would I don't know. You'd think he would kill him, but even like you say about that line though, that line still doesn't make sense to me because he's like, when we last met, I was the apprentice and you were the master.
That only made sense from episode 3.
Yeah, it didn't make sense when they meet again.
again,
He's Darth Vader is definitely not an apprentice at that point.
Yeah.
He is an apprentice to Sidious, but he's still an apprentice to Sidious
when they next meet.
Yeah,
so it still doesn't make sense.
But is it not like Anakin still couldn't beat Kenobi? Like, he's still like, oh, you're better than me, so you're the master. And I was weak back then.
Yeah, I get that, but I think realistically, he just didn't think of that when he read it. and
like 40 fucking years.
Yeah,
ago.
and then when they wrote this one, they're like, "Fuck!" And like, what about that line? Fucking ignore it.
Yeah, what line?
I wonder when I didn't go see when they re-release them every so many years.
40th anniversary.
Yeah, I wonder if when in that they've actually just deleted that line now.
It's just got to be a blank space where it's like.
He just does a deep breath and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's just that's dubbed over but in a really crap voice. But just says that. I don't know, yeah, what would he say?
When we last met, you left me bleed.
You beat me last time, but I'll have you this time. Go luck. Just a really terrible accent dubbed over. Bloody hell. But Rebels.
How many? What did we rate it? Did we rate it? I did we?
Did we rate it when we done that?
Oh, we would have rated it when we done it, but I'm gonna re-rate it. With a 6.
Ooh, damn.
Hey, savage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's why average. It was average.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a 6, but just because of the fight and I love Kenobi so much, I'm gonna probably give it a 7.
Yeah, 7. I don't even I can't even remember what happens in the middle of Kenobi.
No, I
just
can't.
remember the start and the end.
I just remember all
For that,
I remember all the shit bits.
I don't remember that. So for me, it's 7.
Yeah.
Start and finish 7.
I remember.
Oh, actually, one thing I did think was really, really, really cool that they put into it was the clone that was old and
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
cool.
I like that.
That was cool.
10 back for that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Your password.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
so what was next? Rebels. The rebel scum.
Yeah, you two are gonna have to do this one because
Oh yeah, you didn't watch it.
I haven't actually done it.
Big fan.
No, to be fair, it's been a really long time since I actually watched Rebels. So, you rewatched it recently, didn't you, Liam? So you might have to remind me of a few bits and maybe start this one off a little.
Yeah, mate. Where am I? I'm halfway through season 2.
Okay.
Ahsoka Tano is starting to get more involved. She just fucked up the 2 Inquisitors.
Right.
And where else am I? She fucked up the 2 Inquisitors, and Kanan and Rex are becoming friends.
Yes, because they didn't like each other to start
No,
off
they
with,
don't
did
like
they?
each other
Because
at all.
Kanan's got PTSD about clones.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Understandably. So,
Yeah.
No, it's fucking cool. I love this little lightsaber gun. That's like such a cool idea.
Yeah, that's a sick idea. I think that's like you think more Jedi would have that, but I suppose it's uncivilized, isn't it?
A lightsaber gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's-
in that.
Oh yeah, you see it on the
Oh,
poster.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a pistol, and he shoots people, and that like.
Yeah, it's like a little electric
Yeah.
bolts, isn't it? It's like taser sort of thing, but
Yeah.
except does it kill? I can't remember.
No, it doesn't kill. It just like knocks him out.
Yeah,
Just like the blue bullets that they shoot, or blue blaster.
yeah, like the little
Yeah.
circle things.
Yeah.
A bit like that, but
Yeah,
different.
because they shoot them in Bad Batch like constantly,
Yeah.
don't they?
They use them a lot, yeah, because
Yeah.
they didn't. I'm
Don't
guessing
wanna-
they didn't want to kill
Yeah,
other
yeah.
clones.
Yeah.
But even when they start being stormtroopers, they're still using them. I'm just
Yeah, I think
man
that.
up.
I'm like,
kill some people, kill. And then you got like everyone's stunning them, and then Wrecker's like dropping chips on them and launching cannons.
Yeah, it's like that'll be okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I love it. I do struggle with the animation a little bit.
Oh yeah, I
Because
do
it
as well.
is old. You might struggle with it if
Yeah.
you were to watch it.
The animation
because it
isn't as good as
is-
Bad
it's
Batch
not
or
as
Clone
good.
Wars.
No.
And it's very kiddie.
Yeah.
Like,
I think after a while,
Yeah.
like I think especially once you get past the first couple of seasons, it starts getting a bit cooler.
yeah.
Then you stay for the story, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm waiting for it to because I know Darth Maul comes in,
Yeah,
and Kenobi comes in,
Mhm.
and all that sort of stuff, and I'm assuming this happens in season 3 and 4.
yeah. Oh, I can't remember what season,
Okay,
but like I think
Towards the end, is it?
I reckon Darth Maul probably comes in next season, and then
Yeah.
I think he's there for the last season as well because he hangs about for a little while because he tries to like basically groom Ezra to be his apprentice and like give him a bit of dark side. Wait, oh fuck it, I've done it again.
You take that dark side. You take it good.
Why do I make everything sound weird? This is my life.
You dirty batch.
But yeah, so he does try and get him to be his apprentice, and like Ezra does sort of nibble at the idea, like
Oh,
because
spoilies, he's in it.
oh okay, well I mean we're talking about it, bruh.
Okay.
So I wouldn't do massive spoilers for you and whatever,
Thanks.
but like tell me what have you seen, like what's been spoiled for you already that we
Nothing.
can talk about? Oh, okay.
Oh, nothing. I have been.
No, you must know some stuff.
I
Happens.
know Maul dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I know
Can I
that.
talk about that?
He is okay.
What about Maul and is like take over Mando? Is that all in that?
No, that's Clone Wars. That is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Maul's lost all that by
Yeah.
the time Rebels happens. Like he's Actually, did he
Bo-Katan's
leave?
in Clone Wars, isn't she?
yeah. So
She's not in Rebels.
She's so
no, she's
hot.
in Rebels as well.
is she?
Yeah. And the thing is, in Rebels, she looks older than she does in Mando, which takes place after Rebels. Like they consciously animated her to look older because of the timeline, making sense. And then in Mando, where they got her in live action, she looks pretty fine.
Pretty bad,
Are you in the?
Are you in the seat of my friend's school?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, no, it's fucking. It's nice, especially going into the new Ahsoka Tano series, because obviously I assume this is literally like
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano. What did I say?
That is what you said.
Oh right, okay.
But it's Ahsoka Tano.
Okay.
And actually,
Okay, the orange lady. Yeah,
That's
I assume
racist.
it's just like I assume it's just like a series,
you spacist.
a series 5 of Rebels,
Um,
because everyone's in it.
repeat the question. I was too busy laughing.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Now, like Ahsoka Tano is going to basically be series 5 of Rebels,
Yes.
pretty much, because everyone's in it, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Like we've already seen they brought Zeb back for that cameo in
Yeah.
Mando. So yeah, that they are planning for that to pretty much carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the looks of
Is
it.
that August?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to fucking bash out Rebels.
I don't know. That seems like this. I just get so like when it's like something that big and that there's so much, I'm like, oh my god.
To be fair,
How many seasons are there?
There's
of
4.
Rebels?
So there's 16 episodes in the first and the fourth one, and there's 22 episodes in the second and the third one.
You know what? Just Google the essential episodes again.
To be fair,
They have them on Disney Plus, don't they?
They do for Clone Wars. I don't know about
no,
Rebels.
not Rebels.
Oh.
But you can Google it because there are episodes I've seen, and I'm like, I did not need to watch that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, that added nothing to me. So.
I should do that. Yeah.
Also, did you know who voices Kanan, whatever the fuck his name is?
I've seen him.
It's fucking.
It's not Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
No, it's Fred from Scooby Doo.
Oh, it's Fred.
Yeah, I actually knew that. Yeah, because I see him at all the meets and that, and I'm always like, why is Fred from fucking Scooby Doo it? Yeah.
Yes.
He's married to Thingy from Scooby Doo, isn't he?
Daphne.
He's
Or
actually
Velma?
Daphne. I think he's married to Daphne. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Scooby Doo lore there.
Welcome to the Scooby Doo podcast.
Next episode on the Scooby
Doo. We done with Rebels? Because I can't spoil it too much for Liam.
Oh yeah, I'm only halfway through it. But Chopper's
a war criminal.
He is.
But I feel like if I already know all the points that are in it, like all the plot points that are in
No,
it.
you must watch.
You must watch.
Or fake fan.
Fair play. Solo, and for me, if we're going on to Solo now, this is like this is the if I'm not sure if this is the right word, but this is like the antithesis of Kenobi.
Mate, what the fuck?
What is that word? I've never heard.
What the fuck?
There could be some.
Cast a spell.
I'm pretty sure that if I got the right word, that's like the complete opposite of how I. So I really was looking forward to Kenobi and then disappointed, and I was like thinking Solo was gonna be dog shit.
But
it was amazing.
Solo was fucking lit.
Solo was sick.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame. Like, it's not a shame that it was awesome, but it's a shame that it came after Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Because it bombed at the box office, and basically Disney were like, "Oh, Solo done bad. It was a bad film because executives can't see past the numbers."
Yeah. And that they thought, oh, people didn't see it because it was bad. Like, how can you not see something because it was bad?
So you know what? Because Solo done badly, they scrapped like any ideas that they had for like solo movies, but not solo movies, but solo movies.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, like solo female, solo male.
So before they made the Boba Fett series, they was planning on it being a movie.
Yeah.
And like I saw some concept art from when it was still in the movie stage, and that looked sick. Like that was like a picture of Boba Fett, and the description from the artist was, all right, so this is when I was working on the Boba Fett movie before it turned into a series, and this is Boba at one of his many safe houses around the galaxy, like restocking his weapons. And that he said we had the idea where he said I drew a version with him without his helmet, and they told me to put it back on or like hide his face because they wanted to keep that mystery about him. And I mean, we all know he's a clone anyway, but like we never got to see his face before, so like maybe they would have kept that a secret. And they did. I think they did. They didn't use the helmet enough in his series.
No, definitely not.
But yeah,
he was too. I mean, we're supposed to get onto that.
But, sorry, I've gone off on a Boba Fett one, but like,
but
you know, they scrapped a lot of ideas, ideas,
because of Solo.
Because Solo didn't do well.
I came out of that. I literally was like the first 10 minutes of that movie. And I actually only watched it again the other day. And the first 10 minutes of that movie, I remember sitting in the cinema like, oh my god, this is actually good. Because everyone was like, oh, he's got to have acting lessons, or he's going to be shit, like blah blah. But he fucking actually was.
He looked like
Solo. He was Harrison Ford. But younger, and it was amazing. Like all these little mannerisms and the way he said things, the way he talked, everything was like spot on. I was like, "Fuck, this is actually really good." And then I was like, and then I couldn't believe that it had bombed. But it literally, the single reason it bombed is because Last Jedi was so fucking shit that everyone was like, "Well, fuck Star Wars. It's obviously they're just going to be releasing shit, so let's not bother watching it."
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened. And then, but they somehow they didn't see that. They thought it was because Solo was bad, which is mental.
Tragedy indeed.
Yeah.
Heard of the tragedy of Solo.
But yeah, there's some amazing bits in that. Like, although I still don't really get the dice thing. And I watched it the other day again and was like,
Dice.
That was like his lucky dice that he
yeah.
has.
But like they put so much emphasis on it, and I still.
Oh, it's been so long since I watched it.
Yeah, I think that was because he had them in the originals.
Right.
And they was like, oh, we need to give that some meaning.
Right, yeah,
And that was a little callback sort of thing.
Yeah. But I can't remember ever seeing them in the originals and actually thinking, oh, look, those.
I can't really.
I
just assume.
Yeah.
I'm 76% sure that they are in the originals.
I'm not sure. But no, there was some really cool stuff in there, and really cool to see him get taught. And like, I love that bit at the end where he's like, they're standing on that thing, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to teach you your last lesson, kid." And then he shoots first, and it's such a cool little thing because I agree with Guido and that, and it's like, yeah, you shoot first, you don't wait for them to shoot.
Yeah, really that was good. So. I'm glad they didn't change that because they changed the Han shot first in the originals, didn't they? They changed it back and forth and like.
I think it's been like 3 or 4 different.
Han shoots first.
Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, and then even the bit where he calls him Han, like where Lando says because does he call him Han? No, he calls him Han, doesn't he? Lando calls him something that he shouldn't call him.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like one of the very like, and because he keeps saying like it's not Han or it's not Han. I can't remember. But his portrayal of Lando was fucking.
Yeah, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Done so
what
good.
A boy.
Apparently coming back for his own series.
Woo!
Well, like of it, like no, there's nothing solid yet, but like it's in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And Donald Glover's been asked about it, and he says it's still there.
Yeah,
Nothing's happening with it, but it's there.
Oh, mate, I hope that comes true.
And like even Kathleen Kennedy has also said that there are plans for it, but nothing's happened yet, and it's not going to happen for a while. Like it's not an active project.
Yeah, that means this podcast is going to be going for a long time. But yeah, no, that everyone's like, I mean, there weren't like loads of like returning characters, but like the ones that were done really well. Really well.
It's been so long, but more comes in right at the end.
Oh yeah.
No, that cameo was so good. Confused so many people.
I never knew he was alive. So when he came in, I was like, "What the fuck?"
But do you know what? When I watched that, it was so cool to like then when you see it I would then see other people who were like Star Wars fans, and they'd say to me, Maul died, and I go, fake fan.
I mean, like, even if you hadn't watched Clone Wars, like, there was an emphasis on his robotic legs.
Yeah.
So, like, put 2 and 2 together, people.
Yeah.
Like, he's got robot legs, he got chopped in half, he's still alive. What happened? He died? No, obviously not.
Yeah, because I think that confused people, because then they just got all confused with timelines. They were like, oh, where's this timeline?
Yeah. I mean, I do get people's confusion, but, like, fuck you.
I remember explaining it to someone, like, what happened to him, that he, like, fell into basically a dumpster and then ended up, like, making his own sort of... I was sort of explaining it to someone, and they were like...
Became a spider.
They were like, how did you know this? And I was like...
that's to look forward to.
Yeah, no, I knew it. But no, that's in Clone Wars, right?
Yeah.
I need to watch.
But like, I haven't even seen Clone Wars, and I knew that. Well, I was just like, I've seen that sort of little scene that happens in. Yeah, but no, that was really good, and I do hope they do something with it again. But I don't think they can do. Are they like with they're not going to bring Solo back as a movie or a TV show?
That's a shame, because like that was cast so well. I'd love to see more of all of them: Donald Glover, Emilia Clarke, and whatever Han Solo's name was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
I don't.
Solo actually is before Rebels, isn't it? Because Maul's alive in Solo.
He's also alive in Red. Oh my god!
We're going all around.
He's broke the mod.
Cut the cameras.
Right?
What's that? Oh, what's that laptop?
Ready for some movie magic?
I don't know.
Is it?
Or is it like sort of in it?
I don't know.
It's sort of in the middle of it, isn't it?
Alright, Liam, you've made a good point.
See, I'm learning. I'm doing my homework.
I think so.
Wait, no, doesn't Rebels go straight after Kenobi though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nah.
Have I broke the space-time continuum?
Maybe they cross over a little bit, but
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, because Lando's in Rebels, and Lando's old.
No, because...
And
no, because if Maul had his crime syndicate and stuff in Solo, and he had lost that by Rebels, then Rebels definitely comes after Solo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Smashed it.
Fair,
Well done.
Fair play.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing my research.
Yeah.
You fake fans.
Which means we've got to talk about Rebels again.
Ahsoka Tano. Orange lady.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll go straight to unless do we want to rate Solo?
Yeah, we'll rate.
Oh,
We're rating them all. So
Yeah, why not? I'll give Solo. I'm gonna stick to round numbers, and I'm gonna give it 7.5. I changed my mind mid-sentence.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5. I don't want to rate it too highly, but it was good. Like,
I can't even fault it at all.
I think it needed more bounty hunters and cameos. And, I don't know. Like I wanted Bosk in it. They mentioned his name, and that was it. Bosk or Boba.
But I feel
Any
like
of the bounty hunters.
I feel
in the
like
original.
the movie was set up as a Origins, which it was.
Yeah.
And then if they then continued it, then we would have then had more movies of him doing the bounty hunting stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Not the bounty hunting stuff. The like the smuggler stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a movie in itself, like at the stage it was set and that period it was set over, I'd give it like an 8.5, maybe even a 9.
Okay.
strong. I've seen it once when it came out in the cinema.
Really?
Yeah, and I haven't
Oh,
watched it
I've seen it a
again.
few times.
I've been meaning to watch it again.
I
But
literally watched
from
it
what
the
I
other day.
remember, 8.5.
Well, before we move on as well, we didn't even touch on the villain of the thing, Jordan Voss, Vision.
Yeah.
Because he was really
I
good.
forgot about him.
He was awesome in it as well.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good.
Like, really good villain. He was ruthless. He was even a little bit scary. I just wanted to touch on that before we moved on because he's worth mentioning.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And although he should have been killed quicker at the end there. He had a gun and he just had two little knives. He could just gone ping.
The knives are cool. It's like Indiana Jones thing where he's just spinning them about and they just go.
And we got a lot of little cool little Easter eggs in that his little den as well, which was cool.
Oh yeah, like the Mando armor and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Mando / samurai armor.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Oh,
But
man, I need to watch that again.
Yeah, man. No, that was cool. That was cool.
Moving on.
And
Well, I don't know where to start with Andor.
I've not seen it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
oh yeah, have you not seen that yet?
Because you were like, oh, this isn't very good. So I'm like, okay, well, that's going down on my list.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think me and Cody definitely downplayed it because we didn't particularly massively enjoy it. Like, it was alright.
But we realise now that because so many people do like it, and how your opinion normally differs to ours, you probably would like it.
Would like it, yeah.
Like Luke really liked it, didn't he? One of our mates. Yeah. He really liked it, and I think it does appeal to like a certain audience. And if you catch that news, a lot of people do love it.
Yeah, loads of people I follow on Instagram loved it, like praised it, saying it's the best Star Wars they've had.
Yeah.
Like since the originals, and I'm like, well,
Where?
but that's just my opinion. But like, I still enjoyed aspects of it. But my main complaints with Andor was the lack of diversity in aliens.
Yeah.
Like, you know, especially in the prison. Like, I mean, yeah, you could write in a reason for that, but it wasn't explained on screen.
No.
And I just think like, oh, that's just. Needed more aliens overall.
Yeah, you're in like a galaxy far, far away, and it's just all
And everyone's
humanoids.
human. Like, it's so boring. Like, I want more diversity like that.
Yeah.
More cool costumes.
Yeah.
There was a few bits, but yeah, that was one of my complaints. I think the other was like, I just felt like I spent a lot of time waiting for stuff to happen.
Yeah.
And then like maybe an episode or two where stuff did happen.
I think the next season will be good, but just because you know it's ending, and like they should then wrap up loads of stuff.
Pick up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get K2SO in season 2.
But there was just loads of like
he's the droid from Rogue One.
Oh.
But you get loads of like it was like leading up to when they do that first attack on that like compound.
Yeah, like the
and
heist.
it just seems to be going for ages. Like,
The heist itself was actually really good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that episode.
it was
I
like
thought that was
like
cool.
one episode you're like hoping up to it, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be next episode.
And
Hoping
then it
up
weren't.
again. You're like, what?
yeah. That's what because we were waiting weekly for these releases as well.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, oh, it's all gonna kick off next episode,
Yeah.
and then it was a whole other episode of them like training, and I was like, oh, really? This could have been a montage.
Yeah,
Like,
could have been a montage.
I want to make a montage. Montage.
The hour's approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us the passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but honestly, it could have been. That's what they're for.
yeah, exactly. But that was there. That is but there's good good aspects of it, like the whole. I do like the whole spy thing, and a part of the political stuff is good, but also a bit boring.
You know, the ISB officer as well. That lady, I forgot her name. The
Oh,
blonde lady.
yeah.
She was really good. I thought.
Yeah. Which one?
No, the blonde lady who was like in charge of.
Is that the one in the white coat in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that's not.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the spy, that annoying spy woman who's like double spy.
Oh no, not her. No.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, she was alright. But no, I liked the Imperial agent lady. She was a good villain.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah. I just hated that when the bits when they'd go back to like doing in the Imperial. I mean, although that was cool though to see what happened to all the Imperials, like the Imperial officers after the rebels won, and what happened to all the Imperial officers. They put them into a group, didn't they?
Wasn't that Mando?
Was it?
Because the rebels wouldn't have won it. Because this is before the rebellion even starts.
Oh my god, yeah.
You are made of stupid.
I was gonna say.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen this.
That was season 3 of Mando.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah,
there's
top,
so much
Paladin.
stuff.
Oh
yeah.
I think the bits that annoyed me in Andor was where you had, there was that security bureau guy who like really had it out for Andor, and he was chasing him, and he went to live with his grandma for a bit.
Oh yeah.
And and they spent loads of time on him eating cereal with his grandma.
Yeah,
and I was literally like, oh my god, this is so boring.
Mate, you are not selling this series.
Oh mate, honestly, I'm not even joking though.
in my head, he
was boring.
In my head, I think I was him and the guy with the glasses.
Pershing.
Yeah. I think they were getting mixed up in my head.
Okay.
In the scenes in my head, because they're both basically like very similar acted character, like they're just quite boring people.
Yeah.
so
there was him, and what was the other thing that I weren't keen on? It was the Mon Mothma scenes.
yeah, the Mon Mothma.
Yeah, where she's like moving money in her bank accounts and going to parties, pretending to be nice, but she's actually like funding the rebellion.
Yeah,
Like,
and she's like, "Oh, I need to move this money into this
Sounds
account."
very political.
it
yeah,
is
it's-
a political series, like it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, 100%.
It's like House of Cards in Star Wars. Even though I've never seen House of Cards, so I don't know what it's like. But
It's quite good.
that's what I imagine.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's like I'm more of a explosions and guns guy.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Like,
laser swords that go.
I think a lot of people liked it because it was different. Like that's why I think a lot of people liked it because it's the most different thing that Star
I think
Wars
it was
has done.
it was definitely for a mature audience.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, where are my explosions?
No, I'm not going to go too far into that.
Okay, what would you rate it then?
I'd probably rate Andor like, again, my personal opinion, because my tastes are different. I'd give it like a 6.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 5 or 5
What
and a
else did
half.
you rate a 6? Oh, Kenobi.
Yeah,
Yeah, I literally had. I will watch the next season.
maybe
but
even a 5 because I feel like I like Kenobi more. So
yeah, Yeah, I would rate it like a 5.
Oh my god.
But you might really like it, Liam.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd watch it just because.
Oh, I will watch it. I'm doing Rebels, and then I'll do Andor.
I think we definitely want a different opinion on Andor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, you will like it.
What is next? Rogue One.
Ooh,
Bob
taking us up
George.
to the end of the
Oh yeah, we're getting there now.
the era.
We'll smash through this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're taking it to the end of the era of until they got,
The second, the 10 seconds before the first movie.
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which is cool. And I do love. I know I'm skipping right to the end of this movie, but I do love how they ended that. That was so good.
What with Vader just standing there,
so
kept
good.
blowing in the space.
Like that, like
Somehow.
Yeah, what the
like, as a standalone movie, like it's like because taking out all the nostalgia of the prequels and all the nostalgia of the originals, like as a standalone Star Wars movie,
no
it's,
Jedi in it.
yeah, it's fucking
Except Vader, I guess.
yeah, it is fucking so good. So it's one of the best. It is one of the best ones, like to watch.
I
like,
loved Rogue One.
it's so good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was very good. But then when you look at all the characters in that, and they thought, oh, let's take a sub series. Picking Andor was weird
I know.
because there's so many better characters in
I
that.
didn't know who the fuck Andor was. When they said, "Oh, we're doing Star Wars Andor," I was like, "Who was that?"
Did they?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'd love to have seen what what's that big guy with the big machine gun?
Baze.
Yeah, like how cool was he?
He was cool. Yeah, like him and Sherritt, I think.
Yeah,
was his
the
name.
one who's like
Sherritt Inwe?
one with a voice.
Yeah. Yeah, and them two, they were a cool duo. Like,
Yeah,
I want to know
mm.
more about them.
Yeah. But there was so many cool things that happened in Rogue One. Like we saw the guy he don't like you either. Like
Oh, yeah.
we saw that guy. Yeah, we saw loads of things. Saw them special forces troopers, the black.
Oh, the Death Troopers.
The Death Troopers. Yeah.
Oh, they were
They were.
awesome. I think they still underperformed to what I expected.
Yeah.
Because they were just, I don't know, like still not very good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
To be fair, I think he was kind of using the Force to make them miss.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he was because he was sort of saying like.
Yeah, he definitely was, but like, I still wanted to. I like seeing bad guys be competent sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because you're like, how do you rule the whole galaxy when you
Yeah,
kind of shoot?
I think when you bring in these soldiers that just look so cool, I want to see them doing cool stuff, not failing.
Yeah.
You know, give me some scenes where they're actually like fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they did kill a couple of rebels here and there, but like some background characters. But I want to feel real danger around them.
Yeah.
But danger. But yeah, we didn't really get that a lot from them. But yeah.
Is Rogue One the one where the Mind Flayer
Yeah. Yeah,
with Saw Gerrera?
Yeah, that's where Saw Gerrera was first introduced.
Where the fuck I saw this? I was like, where the fuck did I see
Deception.
this?
Yeah, 'cause I actually-
That is from this.
Is that one? Yeah.
Because we watched, because I'm taking Buddy, my son, through like from start to finish throughout all the movies, and the last one we just watched was Rogue One, and when that bit comes on, it is.
You got Buddy to watch Rogue One?
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
God, mate.
but he don't really watch it. He sort of sits there and then gets bored and plays the toys. And I'm like, watch this. Is it? Okay. Freeze. How long did you notice it just go?
Yeah, I literally just saw it turn off. Oh shit! That's because we're low on battery on all of them. We need to wrap this up.
God, then batteries last.
Anna's dead. Okay, goodbye.
Do we just quickly change the batteries or
Why don't we?
wrap up?
Yeah, let's just wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're pretty much at the end here.
Yeah.
Rogue One was really good. We loved it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, very, very good, very, very nice. Okay, so thanks for watching this episode of the Nerds Watch. I'm on this one, but then we can do this one. Yeah, thanks for watching this episode of the Nerds Watch. Please come back next time when we'll be talking about the original trilogy and going in depth on that. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.